change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now, without delay. Simone de Beauvoir. The familiar habit of procrastination in humans. It doesn't blame or condemn, but quietly places a mirror before us. The future isn't a gift handed to us, but the result of small actions in the present. When we keep pinning hopes on tomorrow, today slips away like sand through our fingers, light but irretrievable. Change doesn't start from circumstances, but from decisions. Life is like a boat on the river of time. If we don't take the oars, the current will carry us toward stagnation. Gambling on the future is really blind faith in things that don't yet exist, while actions in the present are the only solid foundation. Each moment of hesitation is a brick forgotten on the path to building dreams. You don't need to wait until you're perfect to start. Just start to gradually become better. Acting now doesn't mean doing great things, but it could just be a small step, a right choice, a moment of facing fear. Like dawn doesn't appear in a single brilliant moment, but spreads little by little. Change also grows from quiet actions today. Life waits for no one. When we stop procrastinating and dare to act, the present becomes fertile ground for the future to sprout. And in that today moment, people find their greatest strength, the power to change their own lives. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Confucius. How humans perceive the world. It doesn't claim the world is perfect, but suggests that beauty always exists, even if sometimes hidden behind layers of haste, prejudice, and fatigue. What makes the difference isn't the thing itself, but the eyes and soul of the beholder. Beauty doesn't only appear in the radiant, complete, or glamorous. It can lie in a windy late afternoon, in the wrinkles on a face that's seen many ups and downs, or in the scars of a mistake that once caused pain. But to see it, people need stillness and an open heart. When the mind is clouded by anxiety, comparison, or prejudice, we easily pass by subtle values that are quietly present, like someone rushing through a garden without smelling the flowers. Beauty isn't absolute, but perceptual. The same scene, some see it as ordinary, others find it moving. That doesn't indicate right or wrong, but reflects the depth of each person's inner world. When we learn to live slowly, to listen and accept, the world seems gentler. A rainy day is no longer just an inconvenience, but a moment to rest. A failure isn't just loss, but the beauty of growth. Learn to see life with forgiving eyes. When we change our perspective, things that once bothered us can become lessons, and the seemingly ordinary become precious. Beauty then doesn't need to be sought far away, but exists in everyday moments, waiting to be recognized. Seeing beauty is a choice. When we nurture a soul deep and slow enough, the world won't seem so harsh. And in the ability to see that beauty, people find peace, joy, and meaning in their lives. To succeed, your desire for success must be greater than your fear of failure. The silent tug of war in every human's heart, it's a wordless dialogue between dreams and fear, between the urge to advance and the instinct for safety. Everyone has ambitions to reach far, but not everyone is strong enough to overcome the whispering voice of failure holding them back. The fear of failure is very natural. It stems from the desire to be protected, to avoid hurt and loss. But when that fear grows too large, it becomes an invisible wall, confining people to a narrow comfort zone. We start convincing ourselves that it's not the time, not capable enough, or trying won't lead anywhere. Meanwhile, the desire for success is like a flame. If strong enough, it warms and lights the way. If too small, it's easily extinguished by winds of doubt. Success doesn't come from being fearless, but from letting desire guide stronger than fear. When the wish to achieve something is deep enough, people are willing to accept risks, mistakes, and falls. Failure then isn't the end, but part of the learning journey. Like a mountain climber, they know the path is steep and dangerous, but the summit ahead is enticing enough to keep going. We can't eliminate fear entirely, but we can nurture desire by reminding ourselves of the reason we started, the value of the dream, and the meaning of effort. People gradually make fear smaller. When the heart aims clearly at the goal, the feet will find the path. The boundary between success and incompleteness isn't inability, but in inner priorities. When desire for success is placed higher than fear of failure, people not only get closer to the goal, but also grow through each step. And in that courage, success begins to form. Whoever is happy will also make others happy. Anne Frank. Not about wealth or external success, but straight to the inner source, inner happiness. When someone is truly at peace, their joy isn't locked away like a sealed room, but spreads naturally like morning sunlight, touching those around without effort. Happiness, in that sense, can't be forced or pretended. Those not at peace often carry heaviness, easily irritable, easily hurting others, even unintentionally. In contrast, happy people are like a calm lake. The stiller, the clearer it reflects the sky. From their eyes, words, to how they listen, all carry warmth, making others feel respected and safe. That inner fullness creates the ability to give without calculation. Happiness isn't selfish. When we care well for our own spiritual life, we not only enrich ourselves, but also unwittingly plant seeds of joy in others. A sincere smile, a tolerant attitude, or just patience in small things can become a gentle balm, soothing those around. Happiness, then, is like a lit candle. It doesn't diminish when shared, but makes the space brighter. To spread happiness, first learn to live in harmony with yourself. When the heart is full, people naturally become a light for others. And in that simple circle, happiness isn't just felt, but multiplied, quietly but enduringly. The secret to getting ahead is getting started. Mark Twain. The most familiar weakness of humans. Hesitation. It doesn't discuss complex strategies or grand plans, but goes straight to the core of all success and change the first action. In life, many dreams don't die from difficulties, but quietly vanish because they were never started. Getting started here doesn't mean doing something perfect or grand. It's just the moment we stop standing still and allow ourselves a small step forward. Like a road thousands of miles long begins with a single light footprint. All progress arises from that initial action. Before starting, fear is often exaggerated, difficulties become vague, and the future like a high wall with no way through. But as soon as we step, that wall turns out to be just an unopened door. Waiting for the perfect time is often a sophisticated excuse for procrastination. Life rarely gives us ideal conditions, and if we wait until absolutely ready, we might wait forever. Starting is how we create momentum, because action breeds inspiration, not the other way around. Once the wheel rolls, even slowly, it's easier to advance than standing still. In its deeper meaning, you don't need to know the whole road, just the first step. Mistakes can be fixed, speed adjusted, but without starting, all possibilities remain in thought. The first action is like a small spark, enough to light a long journey. Ultimately, the secret to getting ahead is getting started isn't just advice, but an awakening. It reminds us that the power to change life isn't in how long we think, but in daring to step beyond the starting point. When we start, the path opens itself, and in each step, we truly move forward. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. For those standing at the threshold of hesitation, it touches the most common fear in humans, fearing not good enough, not perfect, not worthy to begin. With a simple tone, the saying gently removes that pressure and reveals an important truth. Greatness isn't a prerequisite, but the result of commitment. Breaking the illusion of initial perfection, people often delay because they believe they must prepare fully, be skilled from the start, ensure success before stepping. But in reality, no one is born complete. Every skill, resilience, or achievement is honed through bumps, mistakes, and challenges. Starting when not great isn't weakness, but the natural state of every growth journey. The weight of action. You have to start to be great. It affirms that only movement creates change. Like a rough stone becomes jade only when polished. People discover their potential only by stepping into reality. In trials and errors, we learn what theory can't teach. In initial slow steps, confidence gradually forms. You don't need to wait for your best version to live, but live to create a better version each day. Greatness doesn't come in a moment, but grows quietly from persistence. An awkward start is still worth more than a perfect intention forever in thought. The journey to greatness always begins with a small courage, daring to start. When we accept we're not perfect, but still advance, we not only learn to do better, but also to believe in ourselves. And that belief, nurtured through each step, is the strongest foundation of true greatness. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Willie Nelson, A Silent but Persistent Law of Human Spiritual Life. It doesn't promise instant miracles, nor deny objective difficulties, but points to a decisive starting point, the inner world. Before circumstances change, the way of thinking quietly shapes the direction for all actions and results that follow. Negative thoughts are like fog obscuring vision. When the mind is enveloped in fear, doubt, and self-blame, people easily see failure before even starting. Conversely, positive thinking isn't blind optimism, but the ability to view problems with clarity and hope. It helps us believe difficulties can be overcome, mistakes fixed, and we still have value, though not perfect. When perspective changes, the road ahead becomes clearer. The close link between thoughts and results. Positive mindset creates energy. Energy leads to action, and action gradually forms results. Like improved soil, when we uproot seeds of pessimism and sow faith, patience, and gratitude, fruits don't come immediately, but surely sprout. Someone who believes they can progress is ready to try again. One who thinks all efforts are meaningless easily gives up. You aren't completely powerless before life. Though you can't control every event, you can control how you think about them. When changing inwardly, we not only feel lighter, but respond wiser to challenges. From there, positive results aren't just external success, but inner peace and confidence. One thought. When we choose to nurture the positive each day, life gradually responds with matching results. And in that process, people learn that true power isn't in circumstances, but in how we see and walk through them. If the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. Meister Eckhart. The purest essence of spiritual life. Gratitude. It doesn't emphasize rituals, doesn't stress the number of pleas, but guides people to an attitude of living. In a world where people often wish for more than what they have, the word thank you emerges as a rare awakening. The notion that gratitude is the most complete form of prayer. When people say thank you, they acknowledge life, experiences, and even challenges that have shaped who they are today. That thank you isn't just for good things, but for difficulties, teaching patience, losses, teaching appreciation, and limits, teaching humility. Like twilight, not as brilliant as dawn, but calming the heart, gratitude brings profound peace. Happiness doesn't come from having more, but from realizing we have enough. When we constantly plead, the mind easily falls into lack. Conversely, when we thank, we see the abundance in everyday life. Breath, a new day, someone beside, or simply the ability to keep going. The word thank you, then, becomes the key, opening the door to contentment. You don't need to say much to be heard, just a grateful heart, and people live in deep connection with life. Gratitude eases resentments, shrinks anxieties, and makes people softer toward the world. It's like clear water, flowing and cooling the soul. A meaningful life can be built from something very simple. When thank you becomes a constant prayer, life isn't a chain of demands, but a journey of appreciation. And in that appreciation, people find the deepest fullness of existence.